it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, then, oh, my computer says I'm live. Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys are still here. Sorry about that. Sorry about dropping my phone. Ouch. Ay, ay, ay. All right, maybe we should just get crafting. What do you guys think? I think so. So, paper pumpkin, you need to order it by September 10th. There's going to be some spooky treat little holders, which should be fun. And then World Card Making Day is October 1st. Stampin' Up! Is doing an event. I will be doing an event. Check for it in the email and Facebook events. All right, so hopefully take 3 is going to make it all the way through, but I can show you guys my Red Friday card. Here's my Red Friday card. I've had it done for 3 weeks and I keep forgetting to post it, so I will post it today. Isn't that cute? And then don't forget the envelope, right? Okay. So the card we're going to be making today, I wanted kind of a fall inspired card, but not use products that screamed fall. So I pulled out a stamp set. To me, that this stamp set is Dragonfly Garden, and these wildflowers always, when they're dry, like I used to work at Hobby Lobby, and they just remind me of fall, like dried wildflowers. So that's what we're going to be using. I also pulled out what is this? The Regal's Designer Series paper, because the Regal color family always reminds me of fall, right? We have Cajun Craze, Old Olive, Garden Green, your Blackberry Bliss. So you have your deep, rich colors. And these colors just scream fall to me, especially when they're all together. When they're all together, this is a huge fall color palette, but then like pull these and that says Christmas, right? So we're gonna be using that. So for the card class, my in-person card class that I had yesterday, we made a card with this stamp set, the Best Witches stamp set. You have to be careful when you say that. And we did not make this card, but this was my inspiration for today's Facebook Live. So you see the layout of it all. And so I made a couple different versions, but this one with just a little bit of coloring, not too much. And then this version with no coloring, so just stamp and a punch. But definitely this time of the year, I start pulling out very vanilla the majority of the time for my, like for my inside of my cards, and I'm always using basic white, but very vanilla just brings a warmth to your card this time of year. So let's see, what are we doing? I don't have 2. Okay, so I took oh my goodness, it must be, it's Friday. I know it's Friday because I'm on Facebook Live, but it feels like a Monday, doesn't it? So I am going to take, let's do some stamping. Let's get this. We're going to ink up, we're going to use Memento, black Memento, and that's because we are going to just color this guy just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. because we just want a little splash of color. So I'm just going to stamp kind of the top half because we are going to punch this guy out, so I don't need the whole stamp. So there's that. I'm just going to let it dry for a smidge while I take this embossing folder, and this guy is, it doesn't scream fall at all, but it's just ferns. So let's run this through the embossing machine. Get everything we need for the right sandwich. So we take our big platform, make sure this goes in here. It doesn't really matter if it's straight or crooked because the ferns are going every which way. So we're just going to run that guy through. Like so. Make sure I don't drop these guys on my feet. That would hurt a lot. All right, now we're going to do some layering. So let's see, get some seal. Oops. And this paper right here, this designer series paper, if you guys can see, it has little leaves, little flowers and stuff. And so in the regal pattern, like I said, it screams fall, but then like in the subtle, or in the regal color family, but in the subtle color family, it's you think spring and like Easter, and so the leaves are so generic that they don't, they're not screaming one way or the other. So, okay, we are going to do some ribbon around this guy. So, I have this ribbon, and I'm pretty sure I've done this on camera before, where I take a blend and I'm going to color the ribbon. So, this is Whisper White and Evening Evergreen. And we are going to color it. Now, I don't need it to be like perfect. It could still have a little bit show through, but I just want to get rid of that brightness of the basic white. Did I say Whisper White? That was our old white. So we're just gonna color it like so. Not sure how much I need. I'm gonna do a little bit more than I think I need, because on my sample I ended up coloring it while it was on the card, which was a little messy. Now this is kind of wet, so what I'm gonna do is fold over a piece of this, and I'm just gonna run it through, just so hopefully I don't get any ink on my hands when I'm working with it. And see, just a little bit, like, I mean, we're messing around with ink, right? Our fingers are gonna get dirty, but I don't want to, I don't want it too much on my fingers, right? So we are gonna tie a bow, let's see, like so. And look, I may have to color just a little bit of the end. We'll see here in a minute when I cut it. Isn't that easy? You can totally change the look of your ribbon with just blends. So there's that guy. We're gonna put a little dot down here with a glue dot. Find one. Okay. Let's see. I always put a glue dot underneath my knot of a bow, whether I'm tying this kind of bow or maybe just a, I don't know what you would call them, but like a flat bow, nothing with loops, just a knot. I always put a little glue dot underneath there just to make it stick and so that it doesn't move around too much. Okay, now let's go back to our stamped image, and we are going to pretty loosely color in just the flowers and a few leaves. So I've taken, what is this? This is one of the neutrals that's new in the annual catalog, and I'm just doing, I know these aren't sunflowers, I don't know what flowers they are though, but if you guys know what kind of flower these are, let me know. Or maybe they're a version of a sunflower, I don't know, but I'm just very loosely, there's no shading, there's no, I may not even make it all the way to the ends. I just want a little pop of color. So I'm doing these 3 flowers. And then I'm gonna take, this is light old olive, and do some of the bigger leaves. Just, again, there's no, doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just a little pop of color. And then I'm going to take, where it is, ooh. So this is a new punch. I'm trying to get it so that it's not glaring at you guys. It's pretty cool. It's in the annual catalog. I have the number right here. I'm not sure of the name. But we're gonna punch this guy out like so. And then we're going to add some dimensionals, but first we're going to stamp a greeting for the front. So let's see if thank you for your kindness will fit on here. Maybe. I brought no blocks over here. This is the problem when I get prepared too early. So my card was done, I think, on Wednesday. And then I was working on some other stuff. Yeah, that's my excuse. Okay. We're going to stamp this guy. There we go. And I think I'm gonna cut around this guy just a little bit. Again, pretty loosely, like so. We're gonna curve around the words a little bit, and if you notice, my scissors are pretty much staying in place. I'm turning the paper, and that is just the way that I do it. Okay, so let's get some dimensionals. I have them. All right. Okay, dimensionals. Whew, I just love how this looks. Isn't that pretty? The green. I have only lived someplace for 3 years where there was like fall colors. Otherwise, you know, I've lived places where seasons are, we have seasons, but not like fall colors. And I remember just, yeah, being in awe of all the leaves and the changing. You see it on TV, you see it in books. This was before the internet, but you see it in pictures, but seeing it in person was spectacular. All right, so we're gonna put this guy down like so. And then, like I said, we're gonna do some dimensionals. We're gonna pop this guy up. This is just using up the ends here, like so. And then we're going to pop up the greeting like that. Let's see. So what do you guys think of this fall card that is using items that don't scream fall, but we're just bringing in the color palette? Hopefully you guys like this sketch. You guys can use this with any card, right? You can, I almost did a Christmas card with the same sketch, right? So there's this guy. All right, so there's this card. Let me show you the one where you're not coloring it at all. And then I'd used, this is linen thread. So if you have baker's twine or linen thread, and I just doubled up just to make it a little thicker, the bow and the knot. So that's how I did that one. And then this was the inspiration. I made this card and I just took the same measurements for the cardstock and the designer series paper, and I just recreated it using a different stamp set. So don't be afraid to look at something and make it your own. Like, copy it, but make it your own. So that's what, hopefully you guys are inspired to make a card. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic Friday. I will not be here next week. My schedule gets, you guys know that my schedule gets a little crazy through the end of the year. And but I will be posting events when things are happening, and events on Facebook and through email. So watch out for all those all that fun information. And if you haven't signed up for my email, make sure that you do. That way you're up to date on all the information. So hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for sticking around with my technical difficulties too. It's a work in progress. It's trying to figure things out. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.